Hello, it's Simon Zutshi here, and in this video I'm going to tell you what I believe is the very best investment you can make. I'm currently filming this one of my 3-day Mastermind Accelerator courses. Everyone's sharing their key learnings in the morning. As you can see, we're going around showing the key learning points. So let me go outside and I can talk to you where it's a little bit more quiet. So I'm going to take you back to 1994. And I had finished university. I went to Birmingham University. I got a 2-1 honours degree in manufacturing engineering and business studies. And I came out expecting to get a really good graduate job. The reality is that I didn't get a good graduate job. I had no job when I left. I actually went on the dole for a couple of weeks. And that was pretty depressing at the time. And I realized the problem was I hadn't actually put enough time and effort in to applying for a good graduate job. So I decided that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to get some employment in the meantime just to show I was employable. And so what I did was I basically got various jobs, some weekend jobs, some day jobs, and one of them was where I was going to knocking on doors for Training Enterprise Council doing market research. And I would go all over the country doing this. And there was a guy called Gavin, who was a friend of mine, and I lived in London. I lived in Birmingham, and we went down to London one weekend to do some of this door knocking. And I'd been out the night before on the Friday and had a few beers, as you do. And Gavin picked me up early in the morning, and he was driving down to London. And he said, "Oh, do you mind if I listen to this tape?" And this was audio cassettes at the time, not CDs. And I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "Oh, it's a guy called Tony Robbins." And I said, "I suppose so." And I never heard of Tony Robbins. And I was sitting there, and I was a bit hungover, and I thought I'd just go to sleep, really. And Gavin was really into this, and he was kind of really frustrated that I was going to sleep. And I'm pretty sure he would kind of swerve the car to wake me up every so often to make sure I was listening to this. And at the end of listening to these cassettes on the way down to London, I thought, yeah, that's kind of interesting. And I said to him, how much were they? And this was a pack of 6 cassettes. And at the time, you could buy like a double album cassette for like £10. And he said it was £50. And I said, "How much? £50? He said, "Yeah, £50. And I said, "That's ridiculous. Why would you spend so much money?" And he said, "Oh, it's great. It changes the way you think." And I thought, well, I wouldn't do that. Now, at the time, I had no money at all. I was in debt. I had no major job and anything. But, you know, it planted a seed. And then when I did finally get a job at Cadbury's, my uncle told me about this company called Nightingale Conant, who sold these audio cassettes from people such as Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Jay Abraham, and I started listening to these guys. So I started spending £50 on 6 cassettes to listen to them, and I noticed that I was putting positive information into my head, and it started to change the way I was thinking. I thought, that's interesting. And then, as well as my job at Cadbury's, I had a part-time business running student nightclub events, and I realized that I could actually pay for training and put it through my business. So I actually went in 1998, I went my first paid seminar. It was with Jay Abraham, who's a marketing expert. It was £4,000, actually here in Heathrow, just down the road from where I am at the moment. And it was a huge investment, but I put all the cost against my business. And the information that I got in that 4-day training course, it was £4,000, I've used that for the last 20 years. And some of it were things like, so with the training we do money back guarantees and things. I learned that from that training. So I've made millions and millions of pounds by using the training that I learned. And then obviously I started other things, personal development, Tony Robbins. I've spent money with Brian Tracy, Jay Abraham. I've done some property courses as well in the early 2000s. And I found that whenever I invest in myself, it's the best investment I can make. And that's what I wanted to share on this video. Really, the very best investment you can make is the property or the real estate, the 12 inches or so between your 2 ears. Because when you invest in yourself, when you gain specialist knowledge, you can never lose that knowledge. You've got it for life, and you can use it continually and get a continual return on investment on the time and money you've invested in yourself. The other thing is, when you invest in yourself, I think you get a psychological upgrade. You're kind of backing yourself. You're saying, yeah, I think I can do this. You're investing in yourself, which means you are more investable for other people. If you want to borrow money from other people, if you want to joint venture with other people, well, if you've invested in yourself, it's more likely they're going to invest in you. If you're not prepared to invest in yourself, why would anyone else back you or invest in you? So that's what I wanted to share, really. I believe investing in yourself is the very best investment. I continue to do it. I've actually just come back from 2 weeks in America where I attended 2 different courses, 8 days of training. It's over $20,000 of spend I had to spend to do that. But it's going to make me a better business person, a better speaker, and hopefully a better trainer as well. So well worth the investment. So I'd always encourage you to think about investing in yourself. Very, very important. And I hope I can help you at some point in the near future investing in your property journey. So as ever, I'd encourage you to invest with knowledge, invest with skill. Thank you.